Good evening, gang. Hope you're all doing well. Sorry I'm late. Just got home from the movies. Just saw Bad Boys 4 with my wife. It was an awesome movie. I got a special guest joining me, and Mikey Mazza from Four Train Express in the house. Also wants to see the movies today. Kevin
Yes.
Costner is me, right? How was the movie, man?
If you like Yellowstone, 1883, 1923, all that kind of stuff, Horizon is the movie for you. It is Yellowstone on steroids.
If you guys like Yellowstone, you gotta see Horizon. I like Yellowstone. I like Costner. I like Cole Hauser too, and
Yeah,
these niggas are total badasses.
yeah, he really is. But if you like that kind of stuff, then Horizon is definitely the movie for you. Um, I mean, Kevin Costner did a great job. It does start off a little slow and it's kind of confusing, but as it goes on, you do get to see the connection between both ends of the story. So,
Nice. Fantastic, gang. Well, we're here to celebrate the Yankees win. They finally responded with a freaking win.
thank God.
Yeah, we needed that. You know, a lot of folks are 1 foot off the ledge, thinking the Yankees were.
Baltimore lost too, by the way.
What's that? Baltimore lost 2. They lost the second game in a row. So the Yankees picked up a game. They're 1.5 up on the Baltimore Orioles now. So that's a good thing too. The Orioles have lost 2 in a row to the Astros now. So
Yeah.
thank you, Astros, for doing that. Thank
Yeah.
you. But shout out to everybody. We got Jack. We got Jonathan. For those that haven't heard, Stanton left the game with tightness in his hamstring. And the Yankees also added, they brought back Chase and Shreve.
I don't get that move.
Yeah, looks like they just wanted a fresh arm. You know, he just got, I think he either was released by the Rangers the other day or he left the Rangers. So they brought him back. I guess another lefty, fresh arm for the bullpen. So until I think they're going to make bigger moves, and I've said this too, like, this is why I'm proposing multiplayer trades because they have multiple holes they need to fill. So, and if you can,
I sent you some of the trade proposals that I came up with as well.
yeah.
Um,
By the way, shout out Clemenza, shout out Jack Buckeye, the King of Texas here. Who else we have? Brandon's in the house. Who else? Yankee Mike, Alex, Mike Sorrentino. We got a whole bunch of people in there helping here. Shout out to everybody. Always appreciate you spending some time with us on a Saturday night.
yeah, absolutely.
And Yankee Man, who else? Greg, Quellen Athar. The whole crew is up in here. Greg, the whole crew. You guys are the best. Bickford, yeah, Phil Bickford was decent. You know, he's got some strikeout stuff. Jonathan's here too.
Mm-hmm.
The Prime Minister of Valuable Information, PMVI. Who else? Number one Yanks fan, Sunil is here. What's happening, dude?
We got the whole crew in the house.
Yep. And Mel, yeah, I mean, I don't disagree with this one. When with Wells catching Yankees, when I said this repeatedly, they should play Wells more often. Right?
They need to.
And this is why I proposed a Jose Trevino trade proposal video, because you can replace him with a guy like Augustin Ramirez and have him platoon with Austin Wells. He's got a better bat. Okay, and we know that Jose Trevino is a defensive catcher only without an arm. We get sporadic hits from him, but like that's what we're going to get from him. So
we're not going to get much.
No, and if you could, let's say you package him with Nestor Cortez and a trade or something like that, and you can get a reliever or an infielder from the Cardinals or one of these other teams, it's something you have to entertain. Like the Cardinals need a catcher. JD Martinez broke Wilson Contreras' arm.
Yeah.
Backswing. So Jack, Lorenzo, devastating Dev is here. Yes.
Don't forget that they also need pitching as well.
Yeah, they need pitching too. So like Nestor Cortez and Jose Trevino, each have a year left after this year. That's the start of a package.
Yeah.
If you can get a Nolan Gorman or Ryan or something, or Brendan Donovan, like, you know, real recognizes real. What's happening? DF, who else we got? We got a lot of people in here, though. Kevin, Scotty, Mark Sosate. That's who he is, man.
I mean, I also proposed a trade with the Yankees and Reds, where you got an infielder and a pitcher. I mean, yes, you'd have to give up a few, top prospects, but, in order to get, you've got to give.
Well, yeah, exactly. And yes, yeah, Stroman did step up to it. It's huge tonight. He
He
shoved
did.
when the Yankees, the Yankees starting pitching of late has not shoved. So we needed him to shove, and he went 6 2/3. So big fat shout out to Marcus Stroman.
Absolutely.
So
Also, shout out to Boone for, you know, clawing at that umpire who was atrocious, who I swear came from the Angel Hernandez School of Umpiring because he was terrible tonight.
yeah,
Absolutely. He called so I was over at the Pinstripe Chronicles watching their stream
mm-hmm.
before I came on here. And there was a pitch that was about 2 feet off the plate to Soto that he called for strike three.
Mm-hmm.
And then there was one that was above Judge's head that he called for a strike, but he wasn't giving it to us.
Yeah, and this. Thank you, Boone, for doing this type of stuff. Calling out this crap. NFE, yeah, NFE, please. What's up, brother?
NFE in the building.
Yeah, Wowie's here. Who too? Rob, Fat Boone. Fat Boone, that's a good name, dude. Fat
uh,
Boone. Marsh. Oh shit, gang. What do you think? What do you feel like? First of all, Judge went deep today.
Yep.
Right. 28. It's on pace for like 60 home runs. Unfreaking believable. This guy. Soto had a hit. We need him to start hitting again. I think
He will.
He will.
But he got the bat. See, if he didn't get called out on the pitch he got called out on, I think he would have done something. He just got the bat taken out of his hands.
Yep.
Essentially. The umpire pretty much said, no, I'm not going to allow you to hit. Strike three, go sit down kind of thing.
Yep. Rob, does he have 70 ribbies now, Judge?
Yeah.
70 freaking ribbies?
Yep.
Unbelievable. Brandon, I mean, I don't know about. I'm a hard pass on Pete Alonso too. I mean,
yeah, I'm with you on that.
Honestly, if
Pete Alonso is not worth the money that he is being paid right now, he is playing terribly for the most part. It's not like he's doing much with the Mets, anyways. I mean, I see the Mets trading him. I don't see him getting traded over here. Maybe the Cubs, maybe a team that desperately needs a first baseman.
Watch out for the Mariners.
I don't see us touching that.
Watch out for the Mariners. Or maybe
I got something else for the Mariners.
Yeah. I think the Mariners are going to be big buyers at the deadline.
I got something else for the Mariners. I don't think the Mariners are going to get Alonso.
No, I mean, I think they can get Luis Robert.
That's who I'm thinking they're going to get.
What if they get Alonso and Robert?
Jesus.
I think they're going to be pretty aggressive.
Because they've already said they're going to be aggressive on the at the deadline for offense.
Yes, they are. NFE, thank you, brother. Appreciate that, man. Appreciate that. And again, like the Mariners have they're ready. They're ready to spend. They're ready to spend in prospects. They're ready to go. And
they're trying to go all in this year. I mean, why shouldn't they? They lead that division by 8.5 games or something like that.
Yep.
Why shouldn't they?
They got to do it.
Absolutely.
They got to do it. I mean, it's just like the Yankees need to do. That's why he was saying, like, they've got to be strategic at the deadline, and they've got to be early too. Like, they can't. The Yankees have a problem of waiting until the last minute, like the deadline day. So,
they really do.
Yeah, and then they wind up getting leapfrogged by a bunch of teams, and they're like, oh shit. This one got this one got that. And then you wind up getting these fringe players. Like last year was kind of an anomaly because Cashman apparently had 2 or 3 trades agreed upon. Hal overruled them because he wanted Dominguez, he wanted Wells, and he wanted Everson Pereira up. But we got Kane and Middleton. Like, what the hell is that going to do?
Yeah.
So, smack that like button, gang. Let's try to get over 100 likes. We're at 33 right now. We always thank you for that.
I mean, if it's me, Cincinnati would be an interesting trade partner just because the Reds could very well be looking at being out by the All-Star break.
Yep.
They do not look like they have much going for them. Um, I mean, Ellie De La Cruz is really struggling this year.
Yeah.
Um, I'm not saying Jonathan India is playing any better because he's really not. However, Jonathan India could probably turn it around with a change of scenery.
Yeah, you probably could. I mean, it's interesting because, like, I think Jazz Chisholm would bring a dynamic that Torres doesn't bring here. India could do the same. So I like even a guy like Nolan Gorman from the Cardinals. I mean, I think there's some guys here, and then it's not
So
I'm not happy to see Gleyber Torres starting to hit, but like he's so far behind the curve.
yeah, I mean, so the trade proposal that you saw my trade proposals, but the one that I had proposed with Cincinnati was the Reds would get Brandon Maea, the Yankees' #9 prospect, left-handed pitcher Brock Selvage, the Yankees' #10 prospect, left-handed pitcher Kyle Carr, the #11 prospect, second baseman Norbert Vivas, the #15 prospect, and right-handed pitcher Yoandres Gomez, the #17 prospect. But in return, the Yankees would get Alexis Diaz for the back end of the bullpen to take some of that pressure off of Holmes, and second baseman Jonathan India. That way, we don't have to deal with. Yeah, I really did like that Arizona trade. By the way, I wanted to put that out there, and then that way they don't have to deal with Torres and having to deal with him struggling. And let's say Giancarlo is out for a while, you could put Torres to DH.
You could, you could. Jamer Candelario, I would have taken a shot on him last year. I don't know if I
Yeah.
do that.
You know who I would be interested to see if they go after is Rengifo of the Angels.
I mean, if they do it, he's got to be one of them. It's got to be one of several. He's not the answer alone.
Oh
So
no, he's definitely not the answer alone. But I'm saying that'd be interesting to see if they do try to make a move for him.
they need contact
Um,
bats. And he's a
huh?
contact bat. They need contact bats, but he's a contact bat. So it's just like, look, I mean, the teams that they would likely face in the playoffs, the Orioles, they have a shit ton of contact bats. So who also can hit for power? So the Yankees need to kind of emulate that or even beat them at that. They need more contact bats, and Rengifo represents one. I mean, there are other guys that represent him too. So I think this is where the strategic part comes in, right? Like,
They also have a reliever. If the Yankees were so interested, uh, I mean, he's a right-handed reliever, so kind of defeats the purpose, but still could be a nice piece. Is Carlos Estevez in 24 games this season? He's 1-3 with a 3.38 ERA, 24 innings pitched, 25 strikeouts with a 0.83 WHIP.
it's pretty solid.
So maybe package a deal that would get you Estevez and Rengifo.
What
Could
do you
be
think
a
about
nice,
get
huh?
this from Fat Boone? Jazz and Rengifo would be great. I mean, you add those two guys, like you bring in speed, contact, athleticism to the lineup. So I mean, that I would be happy with it. I don't know about what about you, Meza? If you got
I'd
both of
be
them,
happy with it. The only concern that I have is, let's say we do get Rengifo and Jazz. You already have a full outfield, right? Where do you play him?
second base,
Where do you play Rengifo?
third base.
Then yeah, I'd be all for it. I mean, I have no issue with it. Don't get me wrong. Um, the other thing I would say is if that's going to be the case, then I'd want either Nardi or Estevez from the Angels to come with one of those two.
I'm signing up for that. Richard C is saying Jazz hasn't got hurt today. Did he? Come on. If Ken's asking if we had those two players, they have time. Who gets blocked? Well, Jazz has 2 years left. I think Rengifo has 2 years left also. So, I mean,
But you know,
nobody necessarily gets blocked, Ken. Nobody is that close to the majors. I mean, we have Caleb Durbin, but is he better than either one of these guys? No. So, like, the guys that
Rengifo's not a free agent until 26.
26. So these guys have 2 more years, right? Renhefo and Jazz. So, and the only infielders I see that are probably likely major league targets are George Lombard Jr. and Roderick Arias. But they're not a year away. They're 2 years away. Like by the time Jazz will be gone or Renhefo will be gone, maybe those guys will be ready to come in. That's the way I look at it. I don't think either one of those guys will be blocked because they're not ready yet, not even close. So
then here's an idea for you, Jason.
biceps injury for Jazz Chisholm.
Let's say,
Hmm.
for all intents and purposes speaking, the Yankees go out. Okay, they make a trade to get Marte and Walker, like you proposed. Okay, and then they go out and get either Tanner Scott, Andrew Nardi, or maybe Ryan Hensley from St. Louis. Would you be okay with that?
I'd be happy with that. One of those relievers and 2 of those guys from the Diamondbacks. I think that would be a good deadline. You know, they'd be upgrading massively in the infield offensive production, right? Christian Walker could replace, and he's a free agent to be. So after this year,
Yep.
he's on fire offensively. So is Ketel Marte. So you'd be getting some good offensive production there, and you'd be adding a necessary reliever to the pen. I would like for them to add 2. Like if you can get Nardi, I would love for them to get Nardi and Michael Kopech or Ryan Pressler, something, right?
So
That would be cool. We'll see if they can do that.
let's say you do get Marte and you do get Walker, right? Marte doesn't play third, but he plays second. So what do you do in that case? You teach him to play third, or do you
Marte?
just put him at second? Yeah, Marte.
Marte, I'll play at second.
Then who do you put at third?
At that point, DJ, and then when John Birdie's back, I play John Birdie at third, and I make DJ the utility.
So then, what do you think? So, who was it that you proposed for Marte and Walker?
I think it's Yoendris Gomez. It was Brock Selvage, Everson Pereira.
Okay.
I think
Pereira hurt?
Everson Pereira. Oh, actually, yeah, he's got Tommy John, so never mind him. So I would go Brandon Maeda then.
So then, how about this? For all intents and purposes, you give them Maeo, Gomez, and Selvage. You get Marte, and you get Walker, and then you go out and let's say you call Miami up for all intents and purposes, or even St. Louis, and say, we'll give you Cortez, Trevino, and let's see here. I'll even give you Kyle Carr in that deal.
That's something worth looking. That's something worth investigating there. Look at this: Braxton Garrett scratched or something right through elbow.
Let me guess, another Tommy John surgery coming up?
Oh my god!
Here you go. Here's the story right here. Marlins left-hander Braxton Garrett has been scratched from his scheduled start against the Mariners tomorrow due to discomfort in his left elbow, as noted by MLB's Christina DeNicola earlier today. She also adds that Garrett is set to undergo further evaluation on his elbow. It is not currently clear how severe his ailment is, which he reportedly felt following his bullpen session on Friday.
Fuck that, crazy man! Unbelievable. Ken Marte, I think, is signed through 25. I think his last year's 25. I think.
Guess what?
What's that?
Sandoval placed on the 15-day IL with an elbow strain.
Sandoval from
the Angels. And Marte's not a free agent until 28.
So they give him 20. Okay, so he would be a guy that, it's worth looking at. And I don't know, and honestly, if he's part of the long-term plans. I'm not sure. No. Shout out. Got a couple new people here. We got Jesse.
Uh-oh. You know how everyone was saying we should get Jesus Lazar for Spencer Jones.
Yeah.
15-day IL. Another injury. And
Now
then this time it was due to his back.
let me ask you. Shit. Let me ask you a question. If Judge goes on the IL, who would you put in there to DH him for him?
Who would I? If Stanton goes on the IL, you mean?
Yeah. Smack that like button, gang. Let's try to get over 100 likes. 100 plus people in here.
Stanton goes on the IL.
Some people are saying Spencer Jones.
Spencer Jones isn't ready yet. You got to give him some time. I think Dominguez. I would have said Dominguez, but he's hurt. I don't know. I guess maybe DJ, and then just keep Waldo at third.
I don't know. Somebody's saying here, Bronx. No. Somebody's saying Richard C. What about Rooker or Andujar from Oakland?
No.
Yeah. Vlad Jr. Yeah, I'm a pass on Vlad Jr.
Vlad Jr. is a clown.
Yeah, I'm a pass on him. Angels just robbed the home run. 53 likes. Come on. Let's keep hitting them likes button, gang. Anybody that hasn't hit that thumbs up, please hit that thumbs up, please. Let's get 200 as quickly as we can. And you're right, cruise control. Scotty Frost and JT Brubaker are incoming. JT Brubaker threw 3 hit 1 hit innings last night. 3 innings of 1 hit ball. So I'll take that. Jack, we do have Oscar Gonzalez in the outfield too. We do have Oscar Gonzalez. Augustin Ramirez, Fat Boy. This is why I propose trading Jose Trevino, because I think Augustin Ramirez would be a better platoon to Austin Wells.
Guess what?
What's that?
We have another Tommy John surgery.
Who's this?
Robert Gasser. It was he plays for Milwaukee to undergo UCL surgery.
Spencer Jones batting 240. Yeah. Batting 240. Yeah. And Grisham went deep today too.
Yeah.
You could rotate Grisham and Judge. You could DH Judge Moore and play Grisham in center field. Get that extra glove in the outfield. You could do that. Yeah. Here you go, Sunil saying Mikey Mazza to the 15-day IL for injuring his voice box announcing those injuries.
I like it.
I want to see Spencer Jones get a chance in AAA to see how he adapts before calling him up.
I want to see Spencer Jones play well before we can even call him up or even think of calling him up.
Yeah, well, people have been saying, you got to get Jack Neely up. Jack Neely was in AA. So it's
I don't think Jack Neely is just yet ready.
He's not ready either. He just got bumped up to AAA. He needs a little bit of time.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. You would DH Torres, Kevin. Well, you could, yeah. Get his glove off the freaking field. DH Torres, yeah.
You could do that too.
True. Yeah, there's a lot of suggestions here. Right?
There's a lot of the Yankees have a lot of options. It's just whether or not they're going to explore them or if they've already started to explore them.
Yeah. I definitely think they're lurking around. I mean, like they keep adding pitchers like over the last couple of days. So like,
I think it makes sense for them to try to get Walker and Marte. The question is, what is Arizona actually going to ask for? Because we can look all day at, possible trades for them, but Arizona is probably going to ask for the world for them.
Mm-hmm. Hey, Dominique, I mean, Trevor Bauer plays in the Mexican League right now. That's barely AA. He's trying to fan 19 guys. You don't care. You know what's crazy? He can fan 19 guys, and he's still not going to get an offer from anybody in the majors.
because no one wants the baggage.
Nobody wants the baggage. Exactly. You could DH Soto a little bit too. Yeah, Buckeye. That's another good point. You could DH Soto a little bit, and you can even get Oscar Gonzalez's glove in the outfield. He's
You
got
could.
a glove in the outfield. He's got a cannon for an arm.
Yeah,
So
he does.
you could play him in freaking right field for a little while, and a way of getting him up here too. So
Don't be surprised though if the Mariners decide to go out and get Luis Robert.
I wouldn't be surprised at all. I'm looking for two teams. I'm looking for the Mariners and the Royals to get a big bat by the deadline. Maybe two. I honestly think I think they're both going to get a bat. Well, yeah, Michael. I mean, Tommy John. One of the problems, even talking to Brandon Puffer the other day, was a former major league pitcher, and he concurred too. Like, and he coaches at the at the youth high school level, and he says the same thing. Like, high school kids are being pressured to throw 85, 90 in high school. Like, and he's seeing it a lot, and they're working out in a way that enables them to do that. But all of a sudden, you get a lot of these arm injuries. High school pitchers should not need to get Tommy John surgery.
No.
So that's crazy.
Which reminds me, I have Bruce Maxwell and Brandon Puffer coming on with me on Monday for an MLB roundtable.
Nice, man. Nice.
So
Taylor Trammell.
Stay tuned for that.
Is he still here? Taylor Trammell?
No idea. I think they got rid of him.
What would a Crochet and Flaherty trade require a player? Well, they're on different teams, but Crochet, you're going to the White Sox have already said they want a pitching, so expect to give up Will Warren.
Yeah, he's still here. He's in the minors.
He's in the okay. It's another one, another piece of depth we have here. Apparently Peter's coming off the IL shortly, so, but he's another guy that could be a big arm for a bullpen. In the right.
Yeah, expect Will Warren to go.
Yeah.
Expect Clayton Beater to probably be gone in that deal. Let's see who else. Oh, and just for everyone's, for all intents and purposes, if you are going to try to get Crochet from the White Sox, expect them to ask for Henry Leilani as well.
Yep.
And I am not willing to give up Henry Leilani for Crochet. So
that's where you pivot to Michael Kopech. And then you try to get Tanner Scott on the lefty side. He's going to be a free agent after this year. He won't cost that much. So, or Ryan Helsley, he won't cost as much as.
I would even try for Andrew Nardi.
Or Nardi, yep. None of these guys would cost as much as Crochet would. None of them.
You know who I could see getting them?
Who, Crochet?
Mm-hmm.
Who?
Atlanta.
They
are in desperate need of pitching. Them in Baltimore.
Watch out for the Padres too.
Yeah,
I have a feeling they're gonna be sneaky asses at the deadline. Yeah, Baltimore. Yes, I think Baltimore's gonna bring in a big arm or two. They have to.
Yeah.
Atlanta, I didn't think of. Yeah, they brought in Aaron Bummer too. Like, yeah. I mean, Chris Sale is throwing pretty well. I mean, Morton got hit today, but like, they can use another arm, Atlanta. That's for sure. And watch out for the Phillies too, with somebody like Luis Robert.
Yeah,
something like that.
I don't know if Robert would go to the Phillies. I don't know if the Phillies would be. And this is just me, because that would cost a number 1, a number 2, possibly a number 3, definitely a number 4. And for the Phillies, I don't know.
They'd have to give up those 2 top pitchers that they have. Are like, 2 pitchers.
I don't know if they would be willing to part with Andrew Painter, Mick Abel, Adrian Miller, Justin Crawford, or Starlin Caba. I don't know if they'd be willing to part with them.
Yeah, it'd be interesting. I could see them trading for Mike Trout for the Phillies, and
That I could see.
won't cost as much as Luis Robert.
I could see them doing. Where is he? Because they've been trying to get rid of Castellanos, so I could see him doing Castellanos and Griff McGarry or a Gabriel Racones Jr. and Castellanos to the Angels.
Yeah, I can see that. Chris Sale has definitely found the fountain of youth. Well, I mean, Rizzo and DJ found the fountain of middle age, so
Yeah, so
we'll see. But again, like you see, the Yankees could just come back anytime and come back at it. This is why I don't see them, losing 20 out of 25 like they did last year.
I think they're better than what most people are giving them credit for.
Yep. And we'll see if Stanton can. I mean, I have a feeling he's going to do a short IL trip as a precaution. So, and if I were them, I would call up somebody like Oscar Gonzalez. He's younger, athletic. He's got some energy to him. So that's what I would do.
Oh, by the way, Jason, Nardi's not a free agent until 29.
So Andrew Nardi is another one. You have 5 years of control there.
Oh, by the way, just a little history lesson here. You know who he was drafted by originally?
The Yankees?
Yes, he was.
His son of a bitch.
He said no to that, went to school, got drafted by the Nationals, said no to that, and then got drafted by the Marlins.
Damn.
So the Yankees originally drafted him in the 39th round of the 2017 draft. And he said no.
Oh, man. Yeah, see? This is the type of stuff. I mean, the Yankees drafted Garrett Cole, and he said no to them, and he went to UCLA. And then he came back, went to Pittsburgh, and he was the number one pick in the draft. So, this happens a lot.
Yeah.
A lot. And since then, the Yankees have not – I can't remember the last time they've drafted before 15. Or maybe before even 20. I don't even remember Volpe, I think, was like the 20th pick or something like that. He was the highest pick that I've seen in a while.
Yeah.
No. Dodgers are linked to Jack Flaherty and Eric Fetty. No surprise.
Why does that not surprise me?
Yeah, it doesn't surprise me. And the O's are in on Crochet. No surprise.
No surprise either.
I do think the Dodgers will get probably an arm and maybe a shortstop like Bo Bichette or something like that. The Dodgers are going to be active, I think.
Yeah, but they still have more issues to deal with, being that they lost Mookie Betts.
Yeah, that sucks. That really sucks.
They're more worried about their pitching rather than trying to fix the other issues that they have, which to me does not scream smart baseball thinking.
Yeah, it's true. Pasty's saying Stanton's going to be out a few days, according to Boone. No surprise.
Let him rest.
So, and by the way, initially Garrett Cole was supposed to go up against Luis Severino. But that's not happening now. They reconfigured the Mets rotation, and Severino's going up against the Cubs.
Yep, and he got lit up today.
He did? Oh, shit.
I think he pitched today. I think it was.
What's happened, Crawford experience?
Let's take a look. So I know the Mets got their ass handed to them today.
Yeah, they took it to Imanaga yesterday, right? I heard.
Yep. Imanaga gave up 11 runs, and 10 of them were earned.
Jesus God.
No, Severino is pitching tomorrow against Assad.
Okay. You're seeing. Who do you think the Yankees targeting the trade deadline, and who do you think the Yankees will get? I mean, every name's gonna be mentioned as a target for the Yankees. I'm gonna say 2 relievers and probably an infielder.
Yeah, say that's about right.
Maybe like a versatile infielder, someone who can play second and third, or something like that.
I think probably Ketel Marte will be the likely option for that. I don't know if they would really go after Nolan Gorman, But you never know.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know, man. Like Gorman's, you tell Marte's a switch hitter.
Yep.
He provides some value, for, defensively and on the offensive side, and he's a good solid contact bat. I do think any bat that they're going to bring in, it's got to be a contact bat, right? Sports
Yeah.
Guru, what's happening? It's got to be a
Plus,
contact.
Cashman's not going to tip his hand.
Well, exactly. We're not going to know shit until the trade's actually
Yep.
finalizing a deal for blah blah blah. We're not going to hear anything from Cashman. He leaks nothing. It's like Fort Knox.
He really is.
Yeah. And I agree with Ken, too. They're not going to pin their postseason hopes on Tyler Glasnow. I don't know if they're going to add 2 stars. I think they'll add 1. They've got Diego Cartay, who's a good catcher. He used to be their number 1 prospect. Now he's like their 7.
Yeah.
Max. They need Gavin Lux needs a change of scenery, too. So, they can
maybe the Yankees go after Gavin Lux.
Gavin Lux, yeah. He unfortunately, I don't know. He's not. It's kind of like he's lost his way. Personally, I would prefer Ketel Marte now.
Oh, absolutely. But if you couldn't get Ketel Marte, then it's like that could be a fallback option.
Yeah, that's true. Jack, I think with Dominguez hurt for a second time, should we consider trading him for his value? Well, I don't know if anybody's going to acquire him when he's hurt, but if you want any chance of getting somebody like a Crochet or Mason Miller or something like that, the ask is going to be at least Dominguez.
Then
at least.
Then hear me out. I know this is going to be a very unpopular topic, because he brings up a good point, Jack. Yeah. What if we did call up the White Sox, okay, and we did say, hey, we want Crochet, and we would be willing to give you Dominguez, Mayo, and Selvage for Crochet. Would you be willing to do that?
Those 3, I probably would ask for Kopech too.
And say we'll take Kopech as well.
Then that's maybe that's something different. Crochet and Kopech, that changes the pitching landscape for the Yankees. So.
But that's what I'm saying though. If the Yankees could do that, right? At least clean up some of this mess that they've got.
Consigliere. Yeah.
What's up, Consigliere?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That might be something that would be something I would entertain.
Well, to your point too, if we're gonna give up a top prospect, it's got to be a multiplayer trade. We need multiplayers coming back.
And here's the other thing. And I know a lot of people do not like this. But I would much prefer Verdugo over Dominguez for the simple fact that Verdugo is proven and Dominguez is not.
True. Sports Guru, I'm not sure you're thinking of the right Crochet. He doesn't suck.
Crochet's got one of the top arms in the league.
Yeah, and he's got 125 strikeouts right now. He's just dominating. So I'm not sure if you're thinking of the right guy. Judge is on pace for 64 bombs.
Maybe.
If he had 60 twice, I'd be really, really.
That'd be impressive.
Yeah, really freaking impressed. But
that's where my thinking is. Now that I think about it, maybe I would be willing to part with Dominguez. Especially since Verdugo brings the energy that we've been needing, and he's essentially he is the proven version of what we are hoping Dominguez could be.
Ken, this is why he wouldn't be my first point. I would take him as a complementary piece to Crochet.
Yes.
I wouldn't just do Kopech alone. If I'm going to do a right-handed reliever, I'm going to go for somebody like Ryan Presley. A Helsley. I'm going to go for somebody, of that stature.
Absolutely.
Not Kopech alone. All right, 79 likes, 29 to get to 100, 21 to get to 100. Keep hitting that like button, gang. What's up, Jake?
Here's an interesting idea for you, Jason.
Go ahead.
do a 3-team deal between Chicago and St. Louis. So the Yankees will give up Dominguez, Maeo to Chicago for Crochet, Kopech, or the Yankees would send over Cortez, Trevino, and Selvage to St. Louis for Helmsley. The White Sox would send, what's his name, Kopech to St. Louis, and St. Louis would be giving up some prospects to get Kopech.
So who do the Yankees
And then
get?
we would get Crochet and Helmsley.
Yeah, you get
And a
Crochet and
3-team
Helsley.
deal.
That's a pretty good return right there. Crochet and Helsley. That's a
And that's in a 3-team deal. The White Sox get Dominguez. They get the guy they've always wanted. We get a big arm in Crochet, and then we get a closer / reliever to help out Holmes. And St. Louis gets their catcher and pitcher.
Yeah, and we need relievers to complement Holmes. We need good relievers to complement Holmes, man. Like, he's had a rough last 2 weeks, and we need better guys surrounding him.
So would that be something that you'd be willing to do? Especially if you're giving up Dominguez and one other player for Crochet, and then sending Cortez, a prospect, and Trevino to St. Louis.
Yeah, that's something I would consider. That's something I consider. Good sports.
It's a multiplayer deal, but it's not for one.
Yeah, it's true. Where are you coming up with these takes, Sports Guru? 6-6 with a 3.25 ERA. This is the first year he's been a starter, Crochet, and he's got 125 strikeouts and like 80 innings. 3.25 ERA is actually pretty good. So that is good, Sports Guru. Actually, that is pretty.
Here's Crochet's numbers for this year: 6-6, 3.25 ERA, and he's got 88 2/3 innings pitched, 124 strikeouts, and 20 walks.
Mm-hmm. That's pretty damn good. That's a pretty damn good,
For being on a team that's a complete dumpster fire, yeah.
Yep, and the 6-6 is probably misleading because of the team that he's on. That could be be 8-2 with the Yankees, 10-2 with the Yankees. Like, we a different thing. So Dominguez rakes. Dominguez, depends on what you're giving him up for. I don't give him up easy, Ryan. That's for sure. But
no, I'm not either.
But he does rake. But again, like, there's only, I would say, half a handful of players I would move him for, right? Luis Robert's one of them. But we don't need Luis Robert. So, after that, there's really not many. I would have considered moving him for Soto, but they got Soto without having to move him. So,
which is great.
Yeah, and then if Verdugo leaves after this year, then Dominguez is going to be his replacement. Or at the very least should be. But we'll see what happens with Spencer Jones too. But the problem is, he's only going to rake if he's healthy. If he keeps getting hurt,
and he hasn't been able to stay healthy.
That sucks. It really does suck. Tyler Anderson, we got Army. Here we go. Tyler Anderson, Zach Neto, and Ben Joyce for Selvage and Jahmai Jones. Interesting.
Let me see Tyler Anderson's numbers. Tyler Anderson is not a free agent until 26. He has a a 6-7 record with a 2.48 ERA.
2.48. Okay.
Zach Nato is not a free agent until 2030. He's hitting 251 with 10 homers. He is a shortstop. And Ben Joyce. No, not him.
Sports
Ben
Guru.
Joyce is a pitcher, not a free agent until 2030, righty, and he's 0-0 with an ERA of 5.87.
For Jemai Jones and Selvage. I mean, Tyler Anderson's the big get there, right? So
Yeah.
that might be worth looking at, Army Chow, man. Kudos for the outside the box thought there. I like that. And Sports Guru, I don't know if I'd be comparing him to Luis Hill. Hill's a rookie. He's having a good year, but he's already showing chinks in the armor. So I wouldn't be comparing Kyle Crochet, who's got a longer track record than Luis Hill does. I look at track record too.
Don't forget, Crochet's a lefty.
Crochet's a lefty too. Yes, he is, and he's got a longer track record than Hill does. And that does matter. 94 innings pitched too, Army account for Tyler Anderson. So that's with a 2.48 ERA. That's pretty consistent.
Yeah.
The Fat Boone too. Like, I'm wondering why they did say they were going to give Spencer Jones a first base glove. I don't know if they've done that yet. I mean, they're giving Ben Rice a chance to play first. Maybe call up Spencer Jones and then try him at first base in AAA. Like,
might not be a bad idea. I mean, I'm not saying he's not a better outfielder because apparently he is a better outfielder, but maybe if we gave him a chance at first, it would give him more of an opportunity to play.
Yeah, true. And Army too, best defensive shortstop in AL West. That's okay. We have Anthony Volpe. He's a Gold Glover. So Andrew,
Yes,
Neto would probably have to play second base.
Who?
Neto, right, would have to play a different position because they're not going to move Volpe. And Luis Hill's the best young pitcher on the Yankees, not in baseball. In the game, I don't think in the game. No, you have other guys that are pretty good around baseball. Luis Hill, again, I don't use him as a base of comparison because it's a short sample size.
Yeah,
he just got
we
lit up.
haven't seen enough of him yet.
Yeah, he got lit up the other day. We'll see how he responds to being lit up. His arm, he could be tiring too. He's losing velocity. He's losing some movement on his off-speed pitches. So those are things to keep an eye on. And again, he's never had this high innings pitch. He's coming off Tommy John. Those are things that we need to factor in. Sports Guru. It's really important to factor these things.
Maybe they should skip one of his starts. Try to give him his arm a break.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know if the Yankees would do that though.
Sports Guru, does Ben Rice make the postseason? If he's productive, maybe.
At this point, anything is possible.
Yeah, it's way too early to tell. I mean, we don't know if they're going to trade for a first base. Like, this is his 6 weeks or this 8-week audition to tell them whether they need to trade for a first baseman or keep him. This is his shot right now. Ben Rice's shot.
This is the moment that he has to embrace and really succeed because if he doesn't, he's probably going to be a trade piece.
Yeah, probably. Yep. Damn right. Spencer at first, Gorman at second, Rice at catcher. Could be.
Mm-hmm.
This is what, Spencer, they're trying to, give him that outfield infield versatility. Just like Ben Rice and Augustin Ramirez are trying to give him that catcher first baseman a versatility. And if they both succeeded that, one of them is going to get traded.
I still like the idea of Spencer Jones playing first.
Yeah, I do too. I think he's got a better bat than all these guys. So,
and I also like Wells behind the dish better than Trevino.
So do I.
I think Austin Wells has more upside, and pitchers generally pitch better to him than they do with Trevino.
I would agree. Michael Ryan, I would trade Dominguez for Mason Miller. Can't let Baltimore get Miller. It's going to cost more than Dominguez. They're probably going to want Dominguez and Jones.
And then they can go kick rocks and get Ben.
Yeah, and go to Baltimore. I don't care.
Yeah.
They'll get somebody.
Anyways, I don't want to take the risk on Miller, especially since he is a ticking time bomb for Tommy John.
Yep. Yeah, we were just talking about this, Jonathan. I think I would, and I think Maz and I are on the same page. Like, he needs to get some reps at AAA first before he gets called up.
He's not ready yet.
Like, if somebody gets called up, it's going to be like an Oscar Gonzalez or somebody up there that is in AAA, unless they make some kind of trade. But I don't know if they're going to do that.
I was just going to say they could, but what's the likelihood?
Yeah, exactly. And Sean Skeens is not going anywhere. There's no way the Pirates are going to trade Paul Skeens.
They've got too much invested into him.
Yeah, there's no way.
He's come up and already made the Dodgers look like a little league team.
Yes, he has. Yeah.
They're not getting rid of Paul Skeens is not going anywhere. As much as I would love him on the Yankees, not going to happen.
Garrett Cooper, former Yankee, he's also like 35, so I don't know how much value he would bring. Like, him and Jose Abreu, like, at this point, there's only one first baseman I'd probably trade for. Probably Josh Bell, maybe. But I wouldn't trade for Alonso. I wouldn't trade for Paul Goldschmidt. It costs way too much. So,
yeah,
I would call up somebody and just roll the dice with Ben Rice. Just roll the dice and then have DJ be his platoon backup, first base.
I'd agree with that.
And then just make a trade for a third baseman, which will probably be easier to do, or a second baseman, which will probably be easier to do at this point. So that's probably
would be a viable option. Ketel Marte would be a viable option. Question is, are other teams going to be willing to trade them?
Yeah, I don't know. It's a good question. I have no idea. Braves and Pirates wild card. Yeah, could be. And the American League, I think, watch out for the Royals. I think they're going to wind up getting a wild card.
Yep, the Royals are going to make a real push for a wild card spot. Right now, the Royals.
Yeah.
In the wild card chase, have the third wild card over
Royals?
Boston and Houston. Yes.
All right.
As we stand now, Yankees have the East, Guardians have the Central, Mariners have the West, Baltimore, Minnesota, and Kansas City have the wild cards.
Okay.
In the National League, the Phillies have the East, Dodgers got the West, Brew Crew have the Central, Braves, Cardinals, Padres own the wild cards.
All right. I can see that. Yeah, Efrost. Well, he's just started his rehab, Sports Guru Efrost. So, I would say. I mean, I'm still sticking with the July timeline for Efrost and Brubaker, and they need some rehab games. So,
yeah, I agree.
Are they ever going to get Lou Trevino and Scott? I could see them getting Tanner Scott. Lou Trevino, he's going to come back at some point, but I don't know when. Who knows? But yeah, Mike, I mean, this is people don't seem to be, considering this fact. Like Mason Miller missed 3 months last year with a shoulder problem. So, and he throws extremely hard. He's got a violent kind of wind up. So, he's a target for an arm injury, shoulder injury, an elbow injury.
Time bomb.
Yeah, so I would not. And at the price that they're asking for, no, I pass.
I am not willing to go that route either. I'm also not willing to go the route of Alex Bregman.
I mean, I pass on Bregman. I also pass on
Chapman.
Skeens is filthy, Ryan. You're 100% right.
Or Scott Boras clients. Yeah. One's a clown, and the other one turns an off season into a circus.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true.
So I'm not willing to go down that road.
Miller has stated to his family that the A's are hinting at stretching him out as a starter next year.
That is
Might
a dumb idea.
be crazy. Might factor into the A's decision in making concerning the trade for Miller. If you
The
want him to
A's
get hurt,
did they do that?
yeah, you want him to get hurt, stretch him out as a starter.
Yep. That's what you're asking. You're asking for him to get Tommy John surgery because you are asking him to become a starter. That is stupid. I don't know what the A's are doing, nor do I even care what the A's are doing, but regardless of that, there's no reason to make Mason Miller a starter.
Yep.
Just like how I don't understand the White Sox reasoning for making Garrett Crochet a starter when he was a better reliever.
True. Yeah, they signed Sweep about 2 hours ago. It's a minor league deal. So now the extra arm for the bullpen. Fresh arm. I think they're gonna keep recycling. The Yankees are good at this. Recycling arms for the bullpen until they find the right mixture of guys. Like Efros has, I think he's got like 3 years of control after 4 when he comes back. Brubaker's got a year or 2 back, so they do have some arms coming back that can give them some points. So it's too early to tell. Sports Guru Pirates versus the Braves. Too early to tell. I can't. I don't know. It's way too early to tell.
Can't start judging that now. Maybe if we got closer, sure. But I don't think you can judge that right now.
True. Let me see. Ryan's saying bring back Gio Urshela. Gio Urshela.
No,
Just
thanks.
he's very batting 272 with 2 homers, 19 ribbies, and 44 hits. 32 years old. I don't think he's going to represent much of an upgrade. I would rather acquire one of these other guys in a trade if I could. But that's just me.
I think that ship has sailed with
Gio, right?
Scheller. Yeah.
I think so too. Yeah. I don't see Gio. I don't see Bregman. I don't see Matt Chapman. I'd like to see Ryan McMahon, but I don't know if that's going to happen. The asking price is going
I
to be
don't
high.
think the Rockies will trade him.
Well, like somebody mentioned Jazz and Renhefa. That would be a nice little pair to bring here.
I'd be okay with Renhefo.
Yeah. Yeah. What is it? Ken saying Tigers are Flaherty. Flaherty's going to cost a little bit too. Chafin and Kelly work the deadline. Hilton's have an interesting left-handed reliever with a strikeout profile. What's his name?
Let me look at Hilton's numbers. Let me look at his numbers.
What's Hilton's first name? Tigers. You're talking about Tyler Holton, right? What are you talking about, Ken? I just want to make sure I'm talking about the right guy here.
Tyler Holton? Is that who you're thinking of?
I don't know. Because he's 3-1 with a 358, 37 innings pitched, and 29 strikeouts. And the 29 is in red. I don't know what the hell that means. I don't know. Tyler Holton. Okay. Yeah, that's what he's got right here, Ken. I mean, they could probably get this type of production out of Chase and Shreve. Probably. I mean, he's 9 likes to get to 100, gang. Let's hit those thumbs up. Hit those thumbs up.
Hope you can get that out of Chase and Shreve.
Yeah, I mean, we'll get some. We always get some decent production out of Shreve. So you'll get that much out of Tanner Scott. You'll get that much out of quite a few relievers. So
I would have preferred Scott or Nardi over Shreve, to be honest.
I would agree. It's a trade of Rumfield.
Cronenworth. He's got 8 years left.
Yeah,
or something like that.
he's got like 6 or 7 years left on his deal. Like,
Yeah, and are the Padres really going to give up Jake Cronenworth, especially they're in the third wild card?
check out Ha-Sung Kim. He's an infielder who plays multiple infield positions for the Padres. He's got a couple years of ARB. It's cheaper than Cronenworth. And apparently, he's on the trade market.
Well,
I don't know how
that would
to
be someone I would consider doing a trade for.
Ha-Sung. I don't know how to spell it, but I think it's HA-SEONG, then Kim or something like that.
I think it's HA-SUNG Chem or
Something like
something.
that. Yeah. Poor Randy Choate. It's bad 220 brace. Yeah, there's the link to videos of some of those highlights. Yeah, it's good. It's great. There he is. Ha Seong. Yeah. Ha. Fat Boone. He spelled it out for us. Ha Seong Kim. Let's see. Ha Seong Kim. Yeah, he's batting 220. He's got 10 homers, 36 ribbies, 56 hits. 28 years old. He's a good defender. That's good. He's on a $28 million contract.
Oh,
How long is that contract? Let's look up Spot Track here. He's signed through. He's signed for $7 million this year and $7 million next year. So he's in his 4th of 5 years in this contract. So he's 28 years old.
I don't know if I'd be willing to do that though, unless the Padres are going to eat that money.
Yeah, I would go after somebody like Brendan Donovan or something like that. Personally,
I agree.
I think we need to add some versatility here for the Yankees. I really do. Sports guru saying Stanton after season. Yeah, that's not. Yeah, that news hasn't broke yet. Let's see. Any news here? No. Okay.
Well,
nothing.
What are you saying no to?
Sports guru saying Stanton's out for the season, but
No, he's not.
I don't see that anywhere. He's getting imaging done tomorrow, so yeah, let's not spread propaganda. Yeah, sucks. Clark Schmidt. Well, he'll be back soon. Clark Schmidt.
When is Schmidt supposed to be back?
July. If all goes well before the trade deadline.
Okay.
So, and
I was really happy with how Clark Schmidt was.
Yeah, he was good. He was pitching well. He was. So
shame that he went down.
He's got good stuff.
Yeah, he does.
What happened to Stanton? Stanton left the game, Michael, early in the game with a tight hamstring. That's all we know right now. There's nothing else.
By the way, did you see Grisham hit a home run?
Yes, he did. Trent Grisham, baby. Mm-hmm. He hits when he gets a chance to play.
You know what? They need to give him more playing opportunities, especially now that Stanton's hurt.
Mm-hmm.
And this drives me up a wall to no end. They bring up Wells, right, as one of their catchers on the opening day roster.
Mm-hmm.
They played him consistently in the beginning, which was great. But now they play him one game. He doesn't do well, and then they sit him for 8 games. That drives me up a wall to no end.
It's true. Jonathan saying Brian Hope's reporting that 11 MRI tomorrow. He did miss 43 games last year with his left hamstring strain. So there you go.
But depending on how bad it is, that's the other. That's the other thing, Jonathan, because it could be a very mild hamstring issue that which we are all hoping it is because he was playing really well for us this year.
Yes, he was.
That it was just a mild hamstring issue, and he could be out 2 or 3 days. But we're not going to know anything until those MRI results come out.
Yep. 43 games would suck. Like it really would. We're looking at Carl Stanton's stats this year. 18 home runs, 45 ribbies. He's been 246 right now. So it's 64
But
hits. Yeah.
I will take that from Stanton. I'm not going to complain about that.
No.
Especially with his age, I'm not going to complain about that.
He's on pace for like 35 homers. Take that.
Yeah.
I would take that. Like I really, really would.
Absolutely.
So, I hope he doesn't miss as many games. He's leaned out. He looks better. He looks a little bit more mobile. So that's good. Maybe he'll recover faster too.
Maybe.
Maybe 6 more likes to get to 100, gang.
And if he was talking about that when you slim down like that, it makes it a lot easier for your body to recover, and it's healthier.
Yes, he does.
Take all that muscle off.
It's less stress on the muscles and joints. Yep. Yeah, and he is. Yeah, Kenneth. He's on pace for 35 and 80 plus ribbies. I'll sign up for that. I'll sign up for that.
I'll sign up for that all day with him. Every day.
If he did that the next 3 years, he'd be over 500 home runs. So that's. I mean, I hope it's his 500th home run with the Yankees. I really do. So
that'd be really awesome if he did.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think Stanton's is a Hall of Famer if he were to retire today?
Not yet.
Borderline?
Close, but not yet. I think he needs to get 500.
Really think so?
I think so. I think he's got to get the 500 to have a good chance. And he's got an MVP. He's got some stuff, but like the injuries, I think, are going to hurt a little bit. And
yeah, that's fair.
Otherwise, had he stayed healthy, he'd probably be at 600 home runs, for all we know. So there's no doubt about these. He murders the ball when he hits it. So, but I think with Stanton's history, he needs to get 500 to get into the Hall of Fame.
That's fair.
That's right. And I think that's his cutoff. So I think Judge will get 500, and which would be kind of cool.
Judge will get 500 homers.
I think he'll get the 500. Yeah. Well, he's at like 250 right now, right? Something like that. So
I can take a look for you.
I think he's at 250. If he keeps up this pace, he'll be at 500. Mm-hmm.
Aaron Judge has 284.
284. So he needs 216 to get to 500. Like, that's pretty. He's on a pretty good clip right now.
Yeah. He's a career 284 batting average, by the way, if that makes any world of a difference.
Batting average helps, yeah. Sean Browning is Frank Thomas. I think he's in the Hall of Fame. Frank, the Big Hurt, yeah. I think Frank Thomas is in the Hall of Fame. Deservedly so. Yeah. 60, yeah, 64. I mean, if he hit 60 again, that'd be kind of cool. It'd be freaking awesome. So
Frank Thomas, if you were wondering when he got in 2014 with Joe Torre, Greg Maddux, Tony La Russa, Bobby Cox, and Tom Glavine.
It's a good class.
It's a hell of a class.
Mm-hmm. It's a great class. Oh my God.
Did you see that interview we did with Denny Nagel, by the way?
I didn't see that yet. I missed it. No, how'd it go?
Really well.
I'll watch it. It.
One of the questions I asked him was, what was your time in Atlanta like? How was that playing, with the Braves for the time that you did? Said that it's a class act organization. And one of my other questions to him was, so I understand that, I've heard all these things about Bobby Cox and him being a little firecracker. And he's like, Bobby Cox was like a second father to us because he always stuck up for his guys and always made it that his players came first.
True.
I will get you a copy of that, and I will send that to you so you
Yeah,
can
please
check
do.
that out.
I want to see that. We were painting the house all week, so like, and
That was, if you want to talk about an interview, that was a fun interview. So,
it's cool, dude. That's cool. We painting this week, and we're starting this new company. So, been a
what
lot
company you guys starting?
building a solar company.
Oh,
So,
nice.
yeah, we have like 15 people so far. So, kind of making our mark in Pennsylvania, and Jersey, and Delaware right now. We're gonna kind of expand outward.
I just sent it to you in the WhatsApp. In WhatsApp.
All right, cool. I'll check it out. Thanks, dude. Um, Dave Kingman, I don't think is in the Hall of Fame. Someone was asking. No, Manny Ramirez is not in the Hall of Fame. Neither is Rafael Palmeiro. Neither is Sammy Sosa. Neither is Gary Sheffield Jr. So they all have 500 plus.
He was asking
So
about Dave Kingman.
Kingman's not in the Hall of Fame, I don't think.
No, he's not.
Um,
He was
he had like
58 homers shy of 500, and he only had 1,575 career hits with a career 236 average in 16 years. He didn't play long enough.
All right. All right. One MVP, no rings. Yeah. Well, hopefully he gets a ring with the Yankees, Michael.
Who's this?
Stanton.
It'd be nice if Stanton got a ring with us.
Oh, yeah, man. That boom. Cool, man. The rebar was nice, dude. Nice. Can you imagine what Judge's career numbers would be right now without all the tiny lost injuries? He'd probably be over 300 home runs, I think.
What's this?
Robert's asking, can we imagine where Judge's career would be right now without all the time lost injuries? I'd say it'd be over 300 home runs.
Probably.
Yeah.
I think it's a
Yeah.
fair assessment.
John, I mean, I mentioned Pereira before, and I forgot he just had Tommy John surgery, so he's going to be out of commission. Now they may still take him, but like him and Brandon Maella, the Mariners for Polanco.
For Polanco,
I don't know if the Mariners are going to be moving people. I think they're going to be adding people.
they're not going to be moving people. They've already stated that. They've already stated that their main objective this deadline is to get offense.
Mm-hmm.
So they're probably not going to.
Yeah,
They're probably not going to make that kind of a move. Now, I could see him making a move for Robert, though.
Yeah, I can see Robert. Jackson. John Smoltz at the, let's see. The Babe on his last at bat for the Braves hit a homer over 600 feet. How do you think he would do in today's baseball? Babe Ruth? I think he'd be pretty good, Jack. Like, you know, they had bigger stadiums back in the day. He swung like a bat that's 20 ounces heavier than all these guys swing now. Be a different game, but I still think he would make some. He would make some serious impressions. He did some serious home runs.
Yeah,
It would be kind of cool to see. Like I would have loved to have seen Willie Mays and guys like Lou Gehrig and Mickey Mantle, like Pete Rose in this game. I would have loved to have seen these players.
I don't know if you've heard of a catcher named Josh Gibson.
Oh yeah, Negro League.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
You know how heavy of a bat this man swung?
Yep.
37 ounces on a 36-inch bat.
Do you know how heavy Babe Ruth's bat was?
Like 35 or something?
52.
52 ounces. Jesus Christ.
Swung a heavier bat than they had, like the heaviest recorded bat in the history of baseball. Yep.
You know, if Josh Gibson would have gotten a chance to play in the majors, he would have been considered to be a better catcher than Johnny Bench, just because of the fact that he was so big, strong, and fast.
It's true.
Have you seen the movie Soul of the Game?
I'm not. But Gibson had 800 home runs, if I remember correctly. 800
Huh?
and change. He had over
72.
How many?
972.
172. Jesus God. Crazy, man. It's freaking crazy. 800. Yeah, people are saying here 800, 800. And the longest Babe Ruth home run was 575. Mickey Mantle hit a home run that was recorded at like 620 feet or something, like 625 feet.
I just sent you the movie Soul of the Game as well.
Thank you. I'll take a look at that too.
That deals with Satchel Paige and Josh Gibson.
Nice. I like the fact that the Negro Leagues are being factored in with the Major League stats now, which is kind of cool. And deservedly so. Like Satchel Paige, he was in his 50s when he was pitching in the majors. 50s.
Yep.
Crazy, man.
His last game was at 59 years old, I think it was, or something outrageous.
Yep. He was 59 freaking years old. Oh, my God.
It's something outrageous like that.
Yeah. I saw that too, Army Chowing. That McGuire home run off the big unit in the Kingdom. You saw it live. Nice. Yeah, that ball was like 560 feet. It was some crazy ass.
Yeah, his last game, Satchel Paige, September 25th, 1965, at 59 years of age, 3 innings against Boston, 1 hit, 1 strikeout, no walks, no earned runs.
Nice. Nice.
You know what's funny?
What's that?
He played 22 years, right? He played from 27 to 1965.
38 years.
He also had a couple of years off. So.
That's crazy, man. It's absolutely crazy.
Is that not nuts?
That's insanity. Insanity.
The man, his final game was at 59 years of age, and he was still getting people out.
Unbelievable, dude. Unbelievable.
You can't make that up.
It's true. No, you
can't
cannot
make that stuff up.
No, you cannot. Like, dude, like, oh, God. I can just imagine, like, Satchel Paige, guys like, even Julio Franco. Didn't he play until he was like 50? Something like that. Jamie Moyer, I think it was like 49 or 50. So
Julio Franco.
Thank you for hitting the thumbs up, gang. We passed the 100. Thank you, gang.
49 years of age.
49 years of age. I think
he
Jamie Moyer was
23 years.
23?
Yep.
Moyer's right up there, I think 49, 48 or 49 too. Yeah. Crazy.
Jamie Moyer, 49 years.
It's 49 years, guys. 49 years. Yeah. And I don't know if you guys seen when Nolan Ryan sometimes throws out the first pitch at it was a Rangers game or Astros game, he still throws like almost 90 miles an hour. He's like 70 years old.
Yeah, that's insanity.
It's nuts. Crazy. Phil Negro is close to 50 also. No surprise. He's also a knuckleballer.
Knuckleballers really have a longer lifespan in the majors than most.
Yeah. They do. Garrick hit a home run around 500 feet. Broke the Professor window at Columbia. In Consolati saying that there was another home run, I think, by Mantle at USC Stadium. That was apparently the over 500.
That's actually kind of funny. You see Sean Browning's comment?
Yeah, it's Columbia. He went to Columbia University, Lou Gehrig.
Yeah.
That's where he went to college.
Yep.
No. It's freaking Jamie Moore got a win with Colorado against a kid who had not been. I'm not surprised. Who had not been born before his first ring. Damn. Could you imagine that? How old is Consigliere? He was 59 when he last pitched in the majors. Man, Massa just pulled up the stats a little bit ago. 59 years old.
59 years old. And his final game was against the Red Sox.
Ken's saying, look at Minnie Minoso's numbers.
Minnie Minoso? Okay.
Let's see.
Let's
Nolan
see
Ryan
here.
turned vegetarian towards the end of his playing career. That's a contributing factor to his longevity.
Minnie Minoso, the Hall of Famer, Minnie Minoso.
Hall of Famer
Is
right
it
there.
Huh?
He's a Hall of Famer. Who did he play with? Pirates?
13-time All-Star. He played with the Negro Leagues for 3 years, then the Indians, White Sox, back with the Indians, back with the White Sox, St. Louis, Washington Senators, the American League one, and then back with the White Sox.
Damn.
You want to take a guess on how old he was when he played his last game?
I'm going to say mid-50s also.
Yeah. You know how old, though?
56?
Yep.
Shit. That's crazy, man. That's crazy. See? It can be done. I don't know if it can be done nowadays because, I
It
don't
just
know.
goes to show you the longevity of these guys.
Yeah. Yeah. Some of these people, and some of these guys too, like Ted Williams and Joe DiMaggio, these dudes went to war in the middle of their career. Like,
Yeah. And they
they're
are still
yeah,
at the
3
top of their
freaking
game.
years. Yeah, they missed 3 years of playing.
Here's what's crazy. I'm going to pull up Ted Williams for
They
you.
came back like they never missed a beat.
Here's what's crazy. All right. So here's his final line for Ted Williams. Final game was at age 42. 344 career average, 521 career homers, 2,654 hits, with a WAR of 121.8 and 7,706 at bats. That's not what's remarkable. He is a Hall of Famer, a 2-time MVP, 2-time Triple Crown winner, 19-time All-Star, 6-time batting title champion, and 5-time Major League Player of the Year.
Ridiculous, man.
And he went to war from 43 to 45.
3 freaking years, man. He was out in combat.
And every year, except for 39, 43, 44, and 45, he was an all-star.
And what was the
So
first year?
40,
Go ahead.
40, 41, 42, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, 51, 53, 54, 55, 56, 57, 58, 59, and 60 were all all-star years for him.
What about the year he came back from World War II? Was it 46?
46, yes.
What were his stats when he came back from World War II?
All right. So he had a batting average of 342, an OBP of 497, a slugging of 667, an OPS of 1.164, 156 walks, 44 strikeouts, 123 ribbies, 38 homers, 8 triples, 37 doubles, 176 hits, 142 runs scored, 672 plate appearances, 514 hits, and 150 games.
This is after 3 years of war, man. Shit. God, Lord. Nowadays, you give a tight end
it's
6 months.
it's laughable at what those guys did. Oh yeah, sure, I'll go to war for 3 years and then I'll come back and hit 347.
Ridiculous, man. This guy.
Just for all intents and purposes, I'm going to look up DiMaggio because now I'm interested to see what he did.
Oh, God.
My God. I mean,
Ken
it's
saying he was in
unbelievable.
military service and 50 combat missions. 50
So
combat
guess what?
missions.
DiMaggio is a Hall of Famer too. You ready for this? 3-time MVP, 13-time All-Star, 9-time World Series champion, a Major League Player of the Year, and a two-time batting title champion. He retired at the age of 36. You ready for this? He did not always wear the number 5.
What did he wear?
Number 9.
9, huh? Wow.
So, after World War II, his age 31 season, these were the numbers he put up. 290 batting average, 367 OBP, 511 slugging, 878 OPS, 24 strikeouts, 59 walks, 1 stolen base, 95 ribbies, 25 homers, 8 triples, 20 doubles, 146 hits, 81 runs scored, and 503 at bats. Plate appearances 567 in 132 games. That was an all-star year for him as well.
Oh my God. I don't know any of these guys now that can go to war for 3 years and come back and be an all-star.
Bob Feller also went to war, right?
Bob Feller, yes, he did.
Okay. Yep. So when he came back in his age 26 season, he only pitched 72 innings because I think they put him in the bullpen at the time. But he struck out 59 hitters while only walking 35.
Mm-hmm. They don't build them like
they
they used to.
5-3 and had a 2.5 ERA.
They definitely don't build them like they used to.
No, they don't.
That's why I loved watching guys like Roger Clemens and Nolan Ryan, because these dudes are just old school workhorses.
Yeah.
It was good to see those guys. Like I like the pitchers nowadays. I like Skeens and all these other guys, but I want Skeens to have a career like Nolan Ryan did. And Ryan was throwing 97 at 45 years old. And not can do, no hitting people in his 40s. So
here's a trivia question for you.
Go ahead.
Who has the most gold gloves in the what pitcher out of every pitcher in Major League history has the most gold gloves?
Greg Maddux?
Yep. How many?
15.
No, higher.
17.
Higher.
19.
18.
He's
an 18-time Gold Glove winner. You want to talk about durability? That's durability at its finest.
Damn. You got another one here. Hank Greenberg missed 4 years. Combat.
Yeah.
Played under 25 games in 41. I think I read Ruffing too. He wants to look at.
Who? Red Ruffing?
Yeah, Red Ruffing. Look at his numbers. Did he serve also?
I will let you know. Well, Red Ruffing is a Hall of Famer.
Mm-hmm.
And he did not serve. Oh, yes. Yes, he did serve. I'm sorry. He did serve. When he came back from war in 1945, he went 7-3 with a 2.89 ERA and 87 in the third innings pitched.
It's so impressive how these guys, and a lot of these guys work second jobs in the off season,
hardware stores.
Yeah, print plans.
My pops, when he was alive, told me all the stories about guys like DiMaggio and Berra who would have whatever jobs on the side outside of baseball, hardware stores, clothing stores, whatever it was, because they were trying to make extra money for their families.
Straight up blue collar, man. Straight up blue collar. They weren't getting these.
Baseball was their primary job.
Yeah, they weren't getting these Gatorade endorsement deals. They weren't getting that. That stuff didn't exist back in the day. Let me see, doesn't he? there any post?
Any other requests for numbers that they want us to look at?
The New York Yankees are expected to recall infielder Oswald Peraza.
When?
Source, I don't know. Trying to get confirmation on this, but I don't know.
Did someone put that in the chat or?
No, it's on Twitter.
Interesting.
Mm-hmm. We'll see if that actually happens. You hear that, gang? Sounds as we're getting some intel that they're probably going to be recalling Oswald Peraza. Now, where the hell are they going to play him? I don't know. Maybe this means that Torres. I have no idea. I don't know. He isn't really hitting for shit in the minors right now, right?
Not that I know of.
Oswald Peraza stats. Here we go. Oswald Peraza stats are right now
Shitty.
What happened?
I said no. You said Oswald Peraza stats in the minors. I said are shitty.
Yeah, he's batting .216 with three home runs, a negative .2 WAR, 48 hits and 223 at bats. I know he's an elite glove. I get that. So,
but the bat's not there though.
Yeah, it's true. Buckeye's saying DJ going to the IL. I don't know. Is DJ hurt now?
I didn't hear anything.
Yeah, I don't understand this. And again, we're trying to get confirmation of this. This is just some source on Twitter right now. We'll see. Like, I'm sure that would become official tomorrow if that happens. Let's see.
The Yankees. This was from 6 days ago, but it says Yankees DJ LeMahieu has for two. Oh, never mind. It's not.
Let's see here. We're looking up intel, guys. We're trying to find out if we can find anything. Wade Jones. I think might Wade Jones. Jermaine Jones. They might do that. Trying to get a second, like a corroborating source here to also say that they're looking to call up Oswald Peraza. I'm not seeing it yet. But we'll see. That's something we'll stay tuned. Stay tuned, gang. I'll if that happens, you'll know immediately. So don't worry about that. You'll definitely know immediately. But yeah, it's probably time to wrap it up. It's been a long day for both of us. So, but I want to thank you all for coming on, man. As I want to always thank you for coming on. Your insights are always invaluable here, man. It's always a pleasure having you on. And all of you.
Appreciate you having me on.
Yeah, dude. And if you're still in here, love, brother. Texas Buckeye, Consiglietti, Ken, all yous, Clemenza, Rob, everybody here. Thank you so much. Jonathan, the PMVI, the Prime Minister of Valuable Intel. That's Jonathan. He's got a new title. He's officially the PMVI.
There you go.
He's the PMV, all right? You know? But have a great night, everybody. I want to thank you all for coming on. Yep, they got Chase and Shreve. Another sexy move for the Yankees. They're going to keep making them. We'll see what they get. They got. I mean, it's been a sexy week. They got Phil Bickford, Tim Hill, and Chase and Shreve. So this is probably the sexiest week for the Yankees all season so far. So when you think about sexy, think of this Yankees week. Right?
Yeah, exactly. There you go.
I'm gonna do a video tomorrow. That's gonna be the title.
Don't forget they DFA'd Victor Gonzalez too. That was a pretty sexy move.
That's four sexy moves this week.
Yeah, there you go.
A lot of sexy for this week for the Yankees. That's like high level shit right here.
Yeah, that really is high level shit.
We only talk sexy here. This is the sexy channel. Keep that in mind. So
don't forget, we got to fire Boone and Cashman and the coaching staff for tonight's win.
You got to rid of these guys. You got to get Manny Act up in there. You got to get them to
Yep.
right the ship. You got to get Robbie Ray.
It wasn't a shutout, so we have to fire him.
Exactly. You can't do this freaking, give up a few runs. Can't do it. You can't do it.
Oh, we got to trade Stroman and Soto and Cole too while we're at it.
You got to get rid of them and get in some, get in some other guy. You trade Soto for Joe Adell. You get Joe Adell.
No, trade Soto for Joey Gallo. There you go.
Trade it for Joey Gallo. I mean, that's sexy.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is.
That's holy shit, gang. Man, it's always a pleasure, brother. Have a great night, everybody. Hey, keep that in mind. We're finishing this night sexy. All right. So peace and love, is. Go Yankees. We'll talk to y'all tomorrow.